Have you ever felt like there's something more to your connection with the world around you? Like maybe you're not just here to sit on the sidelines but to play a vital role in this cosmic dance. If that thought has ever crossed your mind, buckle up. This journey we're about to take might just reveal that you're a spiritual healer in disguise. Dolores Cannon once said, "We're all volunteers, here because we want to be, and because we have a mission." If you're a spiritual healer, your mission, it's not just extraordinary, it's sacred. It's about using your gifts to bring light into the lives of others, even when the world feels dark. So, let's talk about the signs. They're subtle, like whispers in the wind, yet powerful enough to shake the foundations of your soul. Each one, a breadcrumb leading you closer to understanding your purpose in this grand, interconnected universe. And hey, if you're here reading this, maybe, just maybe, the universe is nudging you. So, take a deep breath, lean in, and let's uncover the 10 unmistakable signs that you are, in fact, a spiritual healer. 1. You've weathered the storms. Life hasn't just handed you lemons, it's thrown the whole tree at you, roots and all. Maybe you've faced heartbreak that felt like the end of the world, or you've stared fear in the face during moments of profound loss, abuse, or even a brush with death. These aren't just random hardships. They're your training grounds. Think of it like leveling up in a video game. Every challenge you've conquered has equipped you with tools, resilience, wisdom, and an unshakable sense of hope. Even when the world feels like it's crumbling, there's this small, steady flame inside you that refuses to go out. It's not logical, and it doesn't need to be, it's your gift. Your pain transforms into power. It's like a blacksmith forging steel in fire. You've become someone who can guide others through their struggles because you've walked through your own. And here's the kicker, this isn't just about survival, it's about transformation. You're the hero of your story, and your scars, they're the map leading others home. 2. You've danced with the shadows. Ever been through what feels like the darkest, loneliest night of your life? They call it the dark night of the soul, but let's be real, it's more like a free fall into an endless void. This isn't your average bad day. It's the kind of moment that breaks you wide open and leaves you questioning everything. And yet, it's also the moment you're reborn. This is the path of the healer, the shaman, the one who walks between worlds. In ancient traditions, shamans didn't just stumble into their roles, they were forged through fire, through pain, through soul-wrenching trials. Sound familiar? If you faced trauma so intense it felt like your soul was shattered, you've tapped into something deeper than most ever will. Trauma has this strange way of breaking the walls between worlds. It's like the veil between the physical and the spiritual gets just thin enough for you to see the threads holding it all together. Near-death experiences. They're not just brushes with mortality, they're doorways. They expand your perception, giving you a glimpse of life's bigger picture. So, if you've walked through that darkness and come out on the other side with a heart more open and a mind more attuned to life's mysteries, congratulations. You're not just a survivor, you're a guide, a beacon for those still lost in the shadows. 3. Crowded places feel like chaos. Ever been in a jam-packed store or a buzzing concert and felt like you just couldn't? Like your energy got hijacked, leaving you drained and frazzled? That's not just a bad day, it's your inner healer at work. Picture yourself as an emotional sponge, soaking up all the vibes around you, whether they're sunshine and rainbows or storm clouds and shadows. Crowds hit you like a tidal wave, pulling at every direction of your energy until you're left feeling off-kilter. Maybe your head spins, your stomach churns, or your body begs for quiet. That's your healing radar, pinging non-stop in the noise. But here's the kicker, this isn't a flaw, it's a gift. When you retreat to the sanctuary of your home, it's not running away, it's recharging. Your cozy corner is your fortress, the place where your superpower gets its strength back. So, next time you need to unplug, do it unapologetically. That peace and quiet, it's where your magic lives. 4. Nature feels like coming home. Ever stood in the middle of a forest, toes digging into the dirt, and felt like you could breathe for the first time in ages? Or watched waves crash against the shore, thinking, this is what peace feels like? That's nature whispering, welcome back. For healers, the natural world isn't just scenery, it's a soul connection. Trees aren't just trees, they're ancient allies. Mountains stand tall like wise, silent guardians. Oceans hum with a rhythm that matches the beat of your heart. When life gets noisy, nature wraps you up like a warm blanket, reminding you of your power. And let's be honest, you've daydreamed about a house by the sea or a cabin in the woods, haven't you? That's no coincidence. You're not just chasing peace, you're answering a call. Nature recharges you, grounding your energy and tuning your heart to its healing frequency. 5. Your sensitivity is a superpower. Some might say you're too sensitive. But let's flip that script, you're just sensitive enough. You're like an emotional Wi-Fi, picking up signals others don't even know exist. Someone smiles, and you feel their joy. Someone struggles, and you're already holding out your hand before they ask for help. Your heightened awareness is like having a superpower most people can't fathom. You see the cracks people hide behind their smiles. You hear the unspoken words in their silence. And when someone's world feels too heavy to carry, you're the one who whispers, "You've got this. I'm here." Sure, it can feel like a lot. Carrying others' emotions along with your own is no small feat, but that's the beauty of being a healer. You don't just feel, you transform. You take the weight, soften its edges, and reflect strength back to those who've forgotten they have it. So, if your emotions run deep, if you cry at sunsets and laugh at the tiniest joys, if you feel everything, own it. That sensitivity isn't just part of you. It is you, the healer who turns pain into power and connection into light. 6. You radiate positivity. You know that feeling when you walk into a room and bam, the energy shifts. Like the whole place just took a deep breath. That's you. Being a healer doesn't just mean you lift people's spirits, it's like you've got this invisible light around you, one that flickers brighter than the sun and warms even the coldest hearts. People can't help but notice. It's like they leave a conversation with you feeling lighter, like the weight of their problems is no longer tied to their shoulders. And they might not even realize what's happened, it's your energy doing its thing. Just by being there, you help people let go of all that dense, heavy stuff weighing them down. You're like a walking, breathing dose of relief, and your presence is a silent healer. And here's the thing, it's not just the words you speak, it's the way you make others feel when they're around you. You might not even know it, but others find comfort in your wisdom, like you've always had the answer they needed. It's like your energy acts as a shield, distracting them from the negative buzz of life, and helping them breathe easier. If you're ever wondering how to level up your healing game, connecting with a seasoned healer might give you the guidance you need to fine-tune your abilities. It's like finding a mentor who can teach you how to harness your power safely and intentionally. 7. You're a deep dreamer. You've probably heard the saying, the night is full of dreams, and the dreams are full of answers. Well, if you're the type who drifts into deep, vivid dreams, where the lines between reality and imagination blur, you might just have the gift of being a dreamer on another level. You don't just dream, you travel. It's like you're holding a golden ticket to realms beyond this one, where the soul and mind meet. Your dreams aren't just the usual, "What did I eat for dinner?" stories, they're full-blown adventures. You might visit astral planes, which are sort of this in-between world that's not quite spirit, but not quite physical either. It's a place where the things you dream about actually happen. And if you've had dreams where you've talked to loved ones who've passed, or even received messages that helped guide your waking life, you're definitely on the path of a strong dreamer. It's like your mind is a bridge to the spirit world, a portal that connects you to insights that not only heal you but might even heal others around you. If your dreams feel like more than just sleep stories, but a source of wisdom, then consider it another sign that you're a natural healer. 8. You want to help people through their pain. Ever feel like you just can't stand to watch others suffer, like there's this instinct that kicks in to help? That's not just empathy, it's your soul calling to you. Healers, at their core, feel this deep, unshakable pull to ease the pain of others. But hold on, this gift comes with a few tricky corners. Sometimes that desire to help can lead you into rough waters, especially when you're putting everyone else's needs ahead of your own. You might fall into patterns where you're constantly helping others at the expense of your own well-being. Sound familiar? Natural healers often struggle with this. It's easy to get caught up in others' battles, but remember, your gift has to be nurtured carefully. It's important to know when to step back and say, I need time for me too. You can't pour from an empty cup. Bringing your healing energy into your personal relationships is beautiful, but without boundaries, it can lead to burnout. And if strangers keep unloading their personal stories on you, it's like a flashing sign that your aura is an open door for healing. People can sense it. They feel safe with you, drawn to your comforting energy. While it's flattering, it's also draining if you're not careful. You've got to find a balance, helping others without losing yourself in the process. Think of it like protecting your energy from being drained by those who come to you for comfort. Boundaries are key. Setting them doesn't mean you're less of a healer, it means you're making sure you've got enough fuel in your tank to keep going strong. 9. You're naturally sensitive to the energy around you. You know how when you walk into a room, and it's like you can almost taste the atmosphere. Like you can feel the vibe before anyone even says a word. That's your gift as a healer, you have this special ability to sense and understand the energy that's floating around. It's not just about what people say, it's about how they say it, the unsaid words, the invisible threads of emotion in the air. You're not just picking up on things, you're absorbing them. It's like when you're around someone who's feeling down, and suddenly, bam, you're feeling it too. Their sadness becomes yours, and before you know it, you're not sure which feelings are yours and which are theirs. That deep empathy is part of your gift, but it's a double-edged sword. While you're tuned into others' emotions, you might feel this overwhelming responsibility to fix things, to make people feel better. And that's where the pressure starts to build. You want to make everyone happy, but that can be exhausting. It's like trying to carry everyone's burdens while forgetting to put yours down. 10. The need for alone time. Here's the thing, though, being a healer doesn't mean you're always out there, shining bright. Sometimes, you just need to retreat. It's like your energy tank gets drained by being around people all the time, so you need to recharge in your own space. It's not about being antisocial, but about honoring the quiet time. That's when you regenerate. It's like your soul needs that alone time to reset, to be able to function again in the world. Especially if you're someone who spends a lot of time in the hustle and bustle, constantly picking up on others' emotions, it can be totally draining. Your invisible antenna is always on, sensing the highs and lows of everyone around you. That can leave you feeling like you've been running on empty. So, taking time for yourself isn't selfish, it's like giving yourself a lifeline to keep going. And here's where it gets interesting. When you step back and spend time alone, it's not just about escaping, it's about reconnecting with yourself. You've got this inner compass, and when you're in tune with it, life just feels more manageable. You get better at knowing when to step forward, and when to step back. You feel more in control, more grounded. You're able to set boundaries, to protect your energy while still being there for others. It's like finding the sweet spot, being there for people without losing yourself in the process. When you take that time to recharge, you're not just healing yourself, you're also investing in your ability to help others. It's a win-win. This video was inspired by the incredible Dolores Cannon, whose work has lit up the spiritual community in ways words can't quite capture. If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments and hit the like button to show some love. Remember, these signs we've talked about today. They're just milestones along the way. They're not meant to box you in, but to guide you. If you recognize yourself in these traits, know that you're part of a much bigger picture, part of a deep cosmic lineage that stretches beyond time. And if you want more insights like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Stay tuned, because the journey of expanding consciousness has only just begun. Catch you on the next one.